Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 116 of Survival of the Fitted, the greatest podcast in the history of the interwebs. I'm one of the greatest co-hosts in the history of interwebs. This is Joe Williams, joined alongside by LeagueFits Extraordinaire, Ian Pierno. How are you doing today, my guy?
I'm good. I'm big chillin', but I'm a little anxious.
Chillin'. ¿Por qué? Why is anxiety creeping on your life right now, my guy?
I'm a little bit anxious. So yesterday, there wasn't a bunch of games. There was like 3 games yesterday. And anyway, the Pistons are one of those games. So I like checking like the team Twitter accounts because I feel like that's where the best pictures be. So I was checking the Pistons Twitter account. You know, not a lot of people dressed up, but Kevin Knox had like a cool little outfit. It's something that like sometimes people bitch about on LeagueFits is like, it's the same 3 people over and over again, which isn't true. But, you know, if I see like a good, cool outfit, engaging outfit worn by someone that isn't Jordan Clarkson, like, you know, I'm going to share it.
For sure.
So Kevin Knox, who isn't on the account a bunch, granted, doesn't dress poorly or anything, but, you know, isn't on the account a bunch, wore like a cool outfit, you know, just like cool shades, like one of those zip up things that like, you know, goes up your neck. You know what I'm talking about? What the fuck is that called? I don't know. He's wearing one of those, like some black pants. It was a cool outfit. You know what I'm talking about? You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Like, it was a solid, fine outfit, right? Honestly, it should have been a post that, you know, had like 5 comments, like smooth, word, like whatever. It was just so much hate. And the reason everyone was hating was because everyone was like, nah, he'll never live down the Fortnite jacket.
The Fortnite
draft suit. And I had forgotten that happened. And I am LeagueFits. And I forgot the Fortnite jacket happened. And it just has made me anxious because now I know whether it's dressing myself or dressing someone else, one horrendous outfit. Because like the Fortnite draft suit. Like,
pretty horrible outfit.
Pretty horrible. Like it's actually like it's not even on him, by the way, because he was like 18 or 19 years old. Like his team, like letting him do that was such a mistake. And we could have said that then, but like anyway, the entire comments on this post were like, nah, he's never
coming
living
back
down the Fortnite jacket. He's never coming back from the Fortnite suit. And anyway, so I've just been anxious as hell ever since.
You've just been like, is it LeBron James who has a tattoo where it's like what we do echoes in eternity or whatever? What we do in the blah, blah, echoes in eternity. It's the same thing, my dog. It's the same thing. Come on now. These aren't just outfits. They're moments.
Yeah. So it definitely is like, I'm under pressure now. You feel it?
Yeah, I don't feel it at all. But I've been thinking about that in terms of this, though. Because I'm like, these videos are going to live on the internet forever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I kind of scare myself and I like Google myself and like stuff pops up and I'm like, I forgot I took these pictures.
Dude, at least your name is Joe Williams.
Like, well, what do you mean? I think it's when you Google it's like immediately you're popping up.
It's only Ian Pierno. My mom listened to one of our podcasts like a year ago where we talked about how like it's nice to poop in Barnes and Noble. And my mom was like, that's really crazy that when you're trying to get a job in 20 years that they're going to Google you and they're going to find a video of you talking about taking a deuce in Barnes and Noble.
100%. If I type in Joe Williams, it's like a famous country singer and like a 49ers player. So I kind of blending in the crowd a little bit. But
yeah, I don't feel bad for you at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Bad fits follow you forever. So
and unfortunately, it doesn't work the same way. Like if you wear a fire fit, like a really cool outfit, it doesn't work for you the same way. Like you can put some really cool on, you know what I'm saying? Wear some cool clothes and you still got to prove yourself. But if you like drop the ball one time, granted, Kevin Knox didn't drop the ball. He like kicked the ball out of playing. You know what I'm saying? He like kicked the ball out to regulated. He kicked the ball out of bounds. Like it's like he did.
Yeah.
He smoked the layup at the buzzer. But yeah, that you can't live that down, bro. That's tough. That is
okay.
Tough.
Question in theory, because I love like theoretical questions. You're about to be a lottery pick. I'm guessing you got paid for that, right?
No, I
You
wouldn't. I
think
wouldn't.
so?
I don't. Let me not say that either. But
He might not have been because Fortnite probably doesn't have to pay basketball
I was gonna
players. You
say
know
that.
what I
Like, no
mean? Like,
disrespect, but I don't think Fortnite needs a draft appearance to. They don't
right.
really.
You know, because this was like the height of Fortnite as well. Okay, so obviously we're not doing it for free. We don't even have to discuss this. But how big does the bag have to be for you to do that? And think about it, like a lottery pick, you're probably making like 3-4 million a year over 4 years.
So we're
Per
looking
year
at like
for 4 years. You're looking at like you're about to sign, like, for the sake of this, say like a 4-year, $15 million contract.
4-year, $15 million contract I'm about to sign.
Yeah. And Fortnite is like, yo, we're gonna give you XYZ money. How much money does it take for you to wear the Fortnite suit?
How much money would it take for me to wear the Fortnite suit? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
hold you. I wouldn't sell out my moment. And that sucks to say, but I'm only going to say that in
Everyone
context to
has
your
a
question.
number, Joe.
No,
it could
I don't think they
be
do.
$1 trillion.
If you're telling me I'm getting 15 mil in 4 years, I'm not comfortable, but I'm not desperate. Like, I'm not like finna just catch every
Right.
bag thrown at me. I don't need the money.
But Joe,
like, I have 15 million in 4 years.
$1 billion. You don't even. I would take $1 billion and run to fucking the woods and build a mansion.
I would argue it's more about like your heart posture. Like, do you really want to sell out your draft night moment for some money that's not going to be there, like, or may not be there? Like, you never going to get that night back. I feel
Joe,
like
there's a number. Joe,
there's not.
You're
though.
ruining the game.
If I'm, that's my. Well, what is your answer? What's your number? What are you wearing? How much are they going to have to pay you to wear the Fortnite suit?
Enough that I don't have to play basketball, and I can, like, or maybe
is that
like
your moment. You're gonna
like enough that like it would be like, you know, I wonder like how much money the average lottery pick makes over their career. You know what I mean? Because they get second contracts, some are max contracts, some, you know, go play overseas. I wonder what the average number is. But I'd have to be like, oh, my contract's also 15 million. Dude,
also,
I'm probably not.
4 year 15 million is a little generous. I don't think anybody in the lottery is getting. You're getting like
and
a
there's
2-year
no
rookie contract
wait.
For like
do I have to play out my rookie contract too? Like, I can't just take the money and run, right?
Well, I was having that conversation the other day. I think what you've done to that point is what earns you that money.
Yeah. So let's say you can't just disappear with the money, because otherwise I'd be like, fuck, give me 10 mil and I'll just live off the 10 mil for the rest of my life, retire from basketball without playing a game. But say I have to be in the public eye for at least 4 years. I have to play out my rookie deal. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
What's your number?
50 million.
$50 million to wear the Fortnite suit?
50 million and then another 100 million V-Bucks.
I know that's cap because V-Bucks? Stupid. Yeah, V-Bucks. I know that's cap because if they came at you with 40 million, 35 million, you're running to the bag.
No, I don't.
Ian can be purchased. If that's what I'm getting.
You can't. You're saying for $1 billion, you would say no.
Because I already have 15 mil though.
Yeah, but $1 billion, your great grandkids will be good. $1 billion, you're like, nah, I'm good. I got 15 mil.
I can't sell out.
That's like if you picked up $100 off the sidewalk and someone was like, oh,
let me hear this analogy.
That's nice that you have $100. Do you want $10,000? You'd be like, nah, I got my 100.
Well, it's not it's not the money, it's what's attached to the money, right?
Right,
so it's
right.
I don't want to sell out my moment. If I work my whole life to get drafted and I turn my draft freaking moment into a billboard.
Yeah, but what if but if you get $1 billion, the biggest moment of your life, I can't believe I'm fighting. I'm almost like pro Fortnite jacket at this point. For $1 billion though, the biggest moment of your life isn't the draft. The biggest moment of your life, if you get $1 billion, is going over to whatever like privatized JP Morgan bank that kicked Kanye West out for like super elite people, is walking into there. That is your draft moment. That is the biggest moment of your life. The draft is no longer the biggest moment of your life.
For you, for me, I worked my whole life to get drafted. I ain't worked my whole life to wear
paying off like your like aunt's house and shit.
I could do that with 15 mil.
Putting them in a new house.
I could do that with 15 mil though.
Yeah,
I love this conversation because you could be.
I
can't be. I'm not finna be purchased. I can't do that. You're not about to buy my moment from me.
This is fake. This is fake. It's easy for you to say this because it's not real. But if it happened, you're not turning down the $1 billion.
We'll see.
I'm so
Actually, we
glad you
won't.
don't have Twitter, by the way, because you would be the worst person in Twitter history. Like
Are
you
they?
just
Are they on?
just moral high ground motherfucker.
Yeah, they're just immoral people on Twitter just going crazy behind the
No, but the
keyboard.
thing about Twitter is people, because there is so much like bad shit on Twitter, like Twitter is the bad place, which is kind of what makes it fun. But then there's
Mhm.
like moral high ground Twitter where everyone like is taking the high ground on shit.
Take the high ground. Whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not wearing a Fortnite suit. We're not doing that. I would probably do something else though. If it was like a little bit less minuscule, if it was like a way on a smaller scale, I'd do that. There's somebody who did something like that. They like wore some headphones while they got drafted, or they wore like some chain or some ridiculous thing like that while they got drafted. But
I thought you can't be
yeah,
bought.
no, I'm not. I'm not selling my moment. Is what I'm saying. Like I'm not my draft
I know
suit.
what
That's
you're
like
talking
something
about.
that
I don't
already
even
been
remember
in
who it
my
was,
head.
but yeah,
Like
someone like had headphones. I think it was headphones. I think you're right. Like on the
yeah,
red carpet. And I remember in the moment you and I were talking about it. We're like, that was stupid as fuck. Why would you sell out for that?
yeah, I wouldn't do that. But
It looked dumb. You just said you would do it.
yeah, I would do the Fortnite suit. I would. I'm also not doing the headphones. What the heck? I'm doing something
You just
small.
said
Hey,
you
you
would
need
do
me
it.
to wear this watch? You need me to wear this watch on my wrist? Okay. You need me to wear a freaking whole entire suit? No, you're doing too much. Like,
I
I'm
mean, it
not doing
wasn't
that.
even a whole suit though. Remember, it was the
He
inside of the
opened the
jacket.
jacket joint. Yeah,
And you
that's
have to
true.
take a
That is
picture
true.
with it open.
That is true. You know what? Give me the
Bro, $1
bill.
billion, I'm painting
Give me the
Fortnite on my
bill.
fucking forehead, and I'm wearing a whole suit with it full of I don't know. I don't play Fortnite, so I don't have any like lingo, but Fortnite characters.
So you don't play for it's dropped off significantly since that moment has
Yeah.
happened.
Well,
Maybe
shit. I mean, I played
that
Fortnite
moment
back in
split time
like
in two. I think that
27.
moment kind of
Oh,
the moment kind of split time in two, bro. Well, maybe not for Kevin Knox. Hopefully his career is on the uprise, but like Fortnite's been on the downhill ever since that moment happened. So unfortunate, truly is.
damn. Correlation.
Yeah,
Maybe
potential.
Fortnite is actually going to ask Kevin Knox for money.
They might they might actually be paying people for
Maybe they're
draft
like, hey, our
appearances at this point,
stocks went
right?
down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hella
Do you
unfortunate
think he
moment
got a
for
bag? So we don't think he got a bag? I feel like he had to have gotten a bag.
they don't need to give him a bag. I don't think he did. Bro,
Dude,
this was the summer of 2019, I think it was,
this is why
2018?
you don't have earlier. Kevin Knox has been in the league a minute, low key. This is like his 5th year in the league because he played out
Yeah, he
his
played at
contract, I
Kentucky,
think.
so this is 2018.
And he was young. I
They don't
remember
need
like
him
Kevin
to.
Knox was like the youngest guy in the draft. Bro, this is why you don't have yes men around you.
Yeah, I need me a circle who's like, yo, you're actually wilding right now. I actually need you to relax. I need me that. If you don't have accountability around you, Kevin Knox, or maybe not, this isn't just like, I'm not throwing darts at Kevin Knox, but
Yeah, no, no, no. We like Kevin Knox, by the way. Like the outfit he wore yesterday was cool.
no comment. I don't know
I
about
mean,
that
it was
one.
cool. It was fine. It was
I didn't
fine.
like it. I don't know.
You didn't like
Sometimes the
it?
picture just takes
It
away
was just
from
an
a lot of the
outfit.
stuff. It was like a gray jacket zipped
Okay.
all the way up to his chin. Wasn't really
Yeah,
feeling
it
it at
was
all.
cool. It was just a
Wasn't a good
jacket.
moment, in my opinion.
But it wasn't a bad
Yeah.
moment.
I think it was just a neutral moment. Like, I wouldn't have posted it, but
Well, you don't post everything.
yeah. Okay. There, I was
Set
set you up
yourself
for
up
that.
for that one.
I threw you the lob. I threw you the lob.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But no, yeah. Just if you're listening to this, just don't be bought. Don't let them buy you because they will try.
Don't be bad.
Ian's dying, but yeah, don't be bought. Don't be bought.
Nah, 50 million though. Real shit, 50 million.
No, do you seen speaking of like LeagueFits post, one that I posted, do you see Jeremy Grant yesterday? People were kind of hating on his looks or his look. He had this like business casual, he had like some track pants with like a blazer on. I feel like that's not a really crazy silhouette, but like people were like really not rocking with it. I'm like, bro, it's not
The
that.
picture wasn't great. It was like a Getty photo, which some of the Getty photos, granted, there's a few cities that are really good, Houston, LA, etc. Was also kind of beat. Like if it was like a photo with like cool lighting and shit, I think that would have gone off. I love the way Jeremy Grant dresses. Now I'm not just saying this because we hung out at Fashion Week. Like I generally think like if I had to submit my LeagueFits first team today, Jeremy Grant's on it. Because
Yeah, I feel you on that.
not all of them, but a lot of these guys dress expensive. That's what they do. They're millionaires.
Mhm.
And a lot of them just look dumb. And he's one of those guys that he's dressing very expensive. Lots of Margiela, lots of comb, like you know what I mean? Like real
Yeah.
high fashion shit. And he's like doing it well. You know what I mean? Like he's not dressing like a basketball player with money. Because you know how like we always talk about like, you know, the different fashion podcasts. It's like, oh, basketball players dressing up as a joke, da 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 da.
Hmm.
Like Jeremy Grant, if he was 5'11", is dressing like a cool TikTok fashion kid, New
Yeah,
York City
true.
fashion TikTok kid. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate
Jeremy
that. Yeah,
Grant.
yeah.
So yeah, I didn't get the hate for that. I'm all with Jeremy. I support it.
I do too. I just support people who are actually trying something different because I'm not gonna hold you. When I was like, um, kind of looking for like inspiration for like my tattoo sleeve that I'm like putting together, I went on like the Inked NBA page. Shout out Inked NBA, friend of the pod. I was like, man, these tattoos are horrible. These like NBA tattoos. Once I really start looking at them, I'm like, oh my goodness, like these are horrible. Like, how many of you guys have like only God could judge me with like praying hands on a basketball on your shoulder? Like these are horrible. So I was just like, dang, that's actually crazy because if you really look into like a different subculture, like a lot of musicians have really fire tattoos. A lot of musicians really swaggy, but like, you know what I'm saying? But I just applaud the fact that like basketball fashion has like gone leaps and bounds since it was quote unquote horrible.
Oh
We just
yeah,
gotta wait
for
for the
sure.
tattoos to catch up. But yeah.
I mean, dude, there was an era where James Harden was like a LeagueFits first team member, and now he dresses basically the same as he did back then. And I don't even think he's on the ballot this year.
Yeah, you mentioned that last episode too, like how fast everything moves. It moves hella quickly. So
Yeah, basketball fashion's in a good place. You brought up music though, and today we're talking about this on a national holiday.
oh yeah. Great, great, great holiday.
You know what I'm talking about?
The Spotify rap day is what it is.
Yeah,
Almost December 1st every year.
yeah. I like the Apple Music drop there is a day early.
Do they have one?
Yeah, yeah, they do,
It
but
doesn't hit the
it's
same?
dumb. No, it
Doesn't
doesn't
hit
hit
the
the
same?
same. But I
Mm.
knew the Spotify Wrapped one was about to drop because I was seeing all the Apple Music ones yesterday.
See, what's the one that where like people are getting these like festival lineup type aesthetic fonts? Is that
I
Spotify as
don't
well?
it's a Spotify thing, but it's like a third party website where you do it. Dude, I was so
Mm.
confused when I was seeing those 'cause I was like, "Bro, what music fest why does everyone's music festival have Mac Miller in it?" I was like, "What did I miss?"
Oh my
My
goodness.
dumbass
He
was
said,
like,
"Whoa."
bro, my dumbass was like, "Oh my god, Mac Miller is
Yeah,
I'm
that's
locked
he's
in.
he
I'll pay
came.
any price. Let's go see Mac
That's
Miller."
crazy. That's so funny.
Um,
That's
oh,
actually
holy
hilarious.
shit, though. So a few things I've noticed. Um, Number one, I didn't realize how much music I listened to, which you actually pointed this out. Um, like I did 115,000, which I thought
Yeah,
was pretty regular
115,000 minutes of
minutes.
music
Yeah,
last
over a
year.
year.
That's actually
And
so
that's
crazy
it's like
because
5 hours a day. We're awake for 16 hours. This still means 11 hours where I don't have music on, which like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all just sitting in silence? Like, do you guys just sit there with your inner monologues all the time?
just intrusive thoughts just running through your head.
Yeah, like you guys just like are comfortable sitting in the silence of your own thoughts this much?
Yeah, I feel you on that. But for context, mine was 80,000, which is a
Which is
lot.
that's one of the most I've also seen.
Yeah, and
Do you have
mine
a
was 80,000
percentile
for
it put you in?
years. I don't. I could find it, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm sure it's up there. It's plus 90.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And that was because people would just come at me for like 2 years in a row, like, bro, how do you listen to almost 90,000 minutes of music a year? And I was like, man, it's actually kind of crazy. I'm listening to like hours and hours of music every year, and yeah, and I think funny enough, I'm pretty sure last year we mentioned something about Spotify Rap, and I do remember saying like I was like, Ian is the only person who listened to more music than me on my Spotify Rap when it started coming out. And you did it again 2 years in a row. Crazy. Stop listening to so
Well,
much music, Ian. Run
I
your
don't
brain.
but it's not even about the me listening to a lot of music. It's about people don't what do you guys do? Do you just like does everyone just sitting in their apartments? Or do they drive? I drive like probably like the same amount as like an average American.
Yeah.
And that's when I listen to a lot of music, obviously, too. So I'm guessing everyone else also listens to music when they drive or this podcast. But definitely a lot of music. Like, what do you
Yeah.
guys do at your apartments? Like when you guys are cooking food, when you guys are
Hmm.
making dinner, is there just no what the fuck?
Well, truth be, I don't want to say it either, but I'm pretty sure there's people who probably have other people in the crib too. Like, not everybody's like alone in the crib or
shit. But like,
if they have
Joe,
roommates, they probably talk
bro.
to
When
roommates.
I have people over, because that's the first thing I do, right? Like I come home, like it could be you, like a homie, it could be like my home girl, whatever. I'm lighting up a candle, and I'm playing the music.
Yeah.
Like right away. That's the first thing I do. So it doesn't even matter. I always, if I have someone there and we're talking, the music's turned down a little bit. Like you've been at my house, like the music be on.
Yeah.
I feel like what do people do?
What are people doing, bro?
Like what are people doing at their houses?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
And I still watch TV. It's not because some people be like, oh, they watch TV. I watch TV. I love White Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
bro, have you seen the new Wednesday Addams show they got on Netflix?
No, but I want to. Don't spoil it.
It's really good.
I know that's actually gonna be the next show I watch.
Yeah, you'll like it. It's really good.
I have to go to Milwaukee tomorrow, which means I
come back. Oh no, maybe when you're in Milwaukee.
Actually, when this episode drops, I'll be on my way back from Milwaukee. Stay woke. But that's when I get my Netflix time in because I'm always on LA time. So when it's like 1 a.m. Milwaukee time and I'm trying to sleep, I can't sleep. So I always like stay up and watch Netflix till like 5 a.m. every time I go. And that's what I'm gonna watch. But yeah, anyway, also other observation, damn, everybody really listens to Drake.
He's like the number. Wasn't he like the artist of the decade? I don't know what that means. Wasn't he the artist of the decade? Yeah.
I don't know, but like crazy, like everyone has Drake on it. Even people that like don't listen because Drake is. Would you call Drake rap or pop?
See, I have like an interesting theory about.
He's probably in the middle, but
I think once you make hip hop music, you're a hip hop artist. Okay, I don't know why, but I don't want to cut you off, but yeah.
No, it's fine. The point is though, like Drake has gone into so many people because everyone's posting on their stories. I'm not posting them on my stories, fuck y'all. But like everyone's posting, and the artists around him don't match up. You know what I mean? Like I've seen Drake on people's top 5, and like the rest of the artists are like Taylor Swift, Phoebe Bridgers, Lana Del Rey, and like shit like that. And I've seen other ones where it's like EDM music. It's like Diplo, Odessa, Flume, like shit like that. And I've seen other ones where it's like Drake, Fall Out Boy, Green Day. And I've seen ones where it's like Drake, Dua Lipa, Meghan Trainor, like pops up. Like he like is just in everyone's shit.
Yeah. Sum it up, Drake is a common denominator. I don't know. Are you listening to Drake like that? He didn't make my top 5.
Nah, because here's the thing. Like if I go anywhere in real life, I hear Drake. You know what I mean? Like if I go to a bar or a club or restaurant, like odds are they're probably going to play Drake. So I don't need to listen to Drake at my house. I just hear that shit. Dude, even just like on TikTok. 21, can you do something for me? Like I don't have.
You know what's so depressing too? When the Spotify rap stuff comes out, I really feel like I start turning the tide in like the way that I listen to music and the type of music I listen to, but it never reflects that as far as like the data. Like when it comes out, I'm like, oh, I've listened to nothing but this type of music for the last 3 months. And then the Spotify rap comes out and it's like, this is your number one genre. I'm like, is it? Because I feel like I haven't played that music in like 6 months.
I get that too. So I'm always like, why am I surprised by my raps?
No, it's like even on my on repeat playlist, like I'll literally be listening to nothing but like a certain type of music. And then I'll just like I think last night I played like 5150 by MGK because I think he got like Rock Artist of the Year at the AMA Awards. And I'm like, oh, I like that song. Put it on. All of a sudden, it's on my on repeat playlist. I'm like, I promise you, I played that song twice. I probably played like any song by Brandon like 400 times, and it's not on there. I'm like, bro, my Spotify low key like is gatekeeping. Like, it's hella funny.
It's funny. And I do like that everyone is posting it, and a lot of people will share it with the context of like being embarrassed. Like, oh, my Spotify Wrapped is so embarrassed, or like this doesn't reflect me, or this isn't what I expected. Which I feel the same way, but I would never like share my Spotify Wrapped to be like, oh, I'm embarrassed. Like my Spotify Wrapped doesn't reflect my personality. ... Unless it's cool. What are we doing? Like, I don't know. I feel like today is just such like an interesting look at how people act on the internet.
Spotify really killed it with this whole thing, bro. Because I really do be looking forward to this at the end.
Apparently, it was like an intern project. Some like intern came up with it. I saw on Twitter. She was like posting her old pitch deck from it was like her intern. You know, I don't have interns anymore because I think they're super annoying. But Joe, you were an intern, and I never had a pitch deck. I know I'll never get an intern that was like you, and so I've just been unable to hire new interns.
So, which is probably a good and a bad thing, but to be honest,
sorry people that keep asking if there's LeagueFits internships. The answer is no, because it just creates more work for me. But anyway, a lot of companies will have like a project you do, like your intern project. And I'm pretty sure most of the time it's just for like, you know, so you can say you did something beyond like copying papers or something, which is what I did at my college internship. But yeah, anyway, so she made like probably the coolest thing at Spotify, and it was like her basically aesthetics project, you know what I mean? Just like
that's fire. Project.
Yeah, pretty cool. So shout out to her.
Pretty sure Snapchat was like created like that too. Like originally started somewhere around the same line. It was like some young kids who were in a company and they came up with the idea of Snapchat. I don't, unfortunately. Well, maybe not.
Snapchat was dead, but my sister who's in college is 19 and she still uses Snapchat. Oh damn.
Well, she's 19, so you're like we're like 5-6 years older than that. So
yeah. Are you gonna get me a birthday present?
When's your birthday?
February 1st.
I got you. Yeah, say less.
All right, thanks.
Did you give me your birthday present? No, you didn't.
Did I? Yeah, I did.
Was out of thought. I was out of thought. Actually, bro, you did.
I got you like $130 concert tickets.
And that concert was actually very cool too. It wasn't like it was actually a very cool concert.
When I asked you that question, I forgot that I did that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh look, Ian sent some birthday gifts to everybody. Come on, dog.
Oh yeah, Hong, our producer, just hopped in and said Ian sent me birthday money. That's true. I sent Hong like $10 on Apple Pay.
Ian's US done that too. Ian's a giving person. He's done that for me too.
I'm a super giving person. I usually don't have money because I'm really bad with money. But when I do have money, like I will always be like, I got dinner. Like I got this.
Yeah.
Like,
if I have the time and money for something, I'm gonna give.
That's what it's about. Like I'm actually like pretty generous. Money isn't real. All right. I have one last take. It's a basketball take. Build around Bol.
Bol or die. So
don't tank for Wembanyama. Just trade for Bol.
Oh, bro, that's another thing I was gonna think about too. And it's whatever. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole, but bro, Markelle Fultz is a real person. I know it's kind of weird, but I was like, what the heck?
What do you mean?
Bro, I was like going down the rabbit hole the other day. I see my friend is like an Orlando Magic fan. And he reposted something about Markelle Fultz is back on the active roster, and I'm like, Markelle Fultz is a real person. I thought I thought he was a fever dream. Like I was like, I hella forgot that like this was actually a real person that exists in the culture. So then I go and I'm like, wait, what has he been doing? And apparently he's just
crazy because he was in the Jason Tatum draft class, and I feel like at this point
he was the number one pick in the NBA. I go on Instagram and I type in Markelle Fultz to see like what he's been up to. Homie has 7 million followers on Instagram. For context, I had to do context because I was like, well, our NBA players just like way more popular than I thought they were. Yeah. Devin Booker has 5 point something. And I'm like, Devin Booker's only cover NBA 2K sitting in my living room right now. So I'm like, bro, Markelle Fultz is a real person. And I'm like, bro, Markelle Fultz is like really out here? I was like, wait, is he really out here like that? And then I go and he's like, he's averaged like 20 games a year so far in his whole entire career. I'm like, that's so weird because he's cold, but I'm like, whatever. I still have to say Orlando Magic don't tank for Wembanyama. Well, whatever, however you said these names.
Just trade like a first round pick for Bol.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a contender, like why haven't you traded for Bol yet? Oh wow, yeah. Wow, dude, Markelle Fultz is only 24 years old, it looks like.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I was like, bro,
24 and a half.
I'm not into conspiracy theories, but like there could be a strong conspiracy theory around Markelle Fultz not being a real human being. Like you forgot how to shoot. You kind of like it's like a what is that called? Dang, what is that called? Effect.
Bro, the 1 year there was 1 year he played 72 games, and per 36 minutes he averaged 15 and 6 and 4, which is pretty good.
Yeah, when did he play 7? Like I feel like I don't. It's I don't know. It's just weird.
Okay,
Like, damn,
so
like,
his
yeah.
rookie year, 14 games. Sophomore year, 19 games. It was his third year. He played 72, starting 60. The year after that, he only played 8 games, and then last year he played 18 games.
It's like dog.
Do you know he actually used to be
What?
on LeagueFits low key? He used to be put on some outfits.
Yeah, I feel like he's a cool.
2019.
He's a cool. I mean, he's a cool
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Dude, he
I
got a
don't
J.
know.
Cole shout out, and J. Cole don't shout out lame people.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you can rest in the fact that like you got dropped on a really cool record.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, either way, Ball project underway, 2023.
I changed my Fortnite answer, by the way, because what if you're not that good at basketball, and then your $15 million is squandered away because you already paid off your aunt's mortgage and shit? I'm
So
going
Fortnite
from
can't
50
purchase you?
M's. I've gone from
Oh.
50 M's to 30 M's.
Okay. You brought it down a little bit. You can be purchased.
Yeah.
You brought your value down. Okay, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm a high value man.
I don't need
Kevin
a max
Samuels.
contract. Give me 30 million. Give me my 15 million in basketball money, and I retire after 4 years. Done. I
See,
retire
my thing
with
is
45
once
million
once I
in
sign the
career earnings.
contract, I'm retiring on some
And I'm
Larry
demanding
Sanders
a
stuff.
trade to like a no income tax state. Like I'm playing for like the Supersonics or some shit.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, there was a lot to unpack there. I feel like that was a little
Yeah.
therapy session.
We really just went in.
Yeah, shout out Markelle
Good
Fultz,
pod.
bro. Yeah,
And
great
Chrome
pod.
Hearts. Shout out Markelle Fultz. We're all rooting for
Mhm.
Markelle Fultz.
All right, guys, that's episode 116 of Survival Fitted. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we did. Skirt. Have a good day. Shout out Markelle
Yes, sir.
Fultz.